Welcome to the 85th annual NBC World Series. We're here at Tyler Field and X Stadium in Wichita, Kansas. The sun is peeking through the clouds and we're ready for game one of the day as the Colorado Cyclones will face the San Antonio Angels. Let's take a look real quick at the starting lineups. Leading off for the Cyclones, number 28, the catcher, Kenny Badgett. Batting second will be the second baseman, Jake Hayes. In the third position will be the center fielder, number 10, Matt Burkhart. In the cleanup spot, it's the first baseman, number 24, Jason Ajamian. Batting fifth will be the third baseman, number 22, Dakota Popham. Batting in the sixth spot will be the designated hitter, number 34, Gavin Gifford. Batting in the seventh spot, the left fielder, number 25, Wyatt Featherston. Batting eighth will be the right fielder, number 36, Quinn Tomasino. And batting in the ninth spot will be the shortstop, number 5, Colton Chase. Pitching today for the Cyclones is going to be Darren Cook. Now for this home team, the San Antonio Angels out on the field right now. Leading off, the shortstop, number 1, Jack Wisniewski. Batting second, the second baseman, number 32, Aloy Rivera. Batting third is the center fielder, number 2, Seth Morrow. Batting fourth, the designated hitter, number 4, Garrett Wilkinson. Batting fifth, the catcher, number 52, Colton Parrish. Batting sixth will be the right fielder, number 27, C.J. Horn. Batting seventh will be Randy Huerta, the third baseman. Eighth, Evan Perez, the first baseman. And in ninth will be Cash Valentine, the left fielder. On the mound today is Nicholas Hamill for the Angels. And we're ready for the first pitch. As Kenny Badgett steps in, he'll take low, ball 1. The Colorado Cyclones representing the Mile High College Baseball League. That'll be a little outside to Badgett. They won that league, and Kennedy Badgett, on the year, he played in 23 games, hit .357, 3 home runs, 14 driven in. That one will get across the corner, and it's 2-1. The Cyclones in their first game took on the Seattle Studs. And they fell in that one by a score, they took on the Fairbanks Gold Painters and fell by a score of 10-5. And the 2-2 just a little inside, and the count goes full. Badgett will hit that one into left field for a base hit and the first runner on for the Cyclones. And that's going to bring to the plate Jake Hayes, the second baseman. Hayes on the year for the Cyclones hit .408, 19 runs driven in. Hayes, a native of Highland Ranch, California, 5'9", 175, played at South Mountain Community College. Leadoff runner on. Hamill will look across and throw to the plate. Looking to bunt is Hayes, in a decent bunt just a little outside on the third base line. Third baseman Randy Huerta was charging and slipped a little bit. The field may be a little wet. We did have rain this morning and then a bit of mist throughout the Home Run Derby qualifying earlier this morning. Hayes steps back in from the left side. Hamill, the 0-1 delivery. And on the outside corner, 0-2. That'll likely take the bunt out of the situation. The San Antonio Angels, in their first game of the tournament, both these teams were championship week teams, failed to the Kansas Cannons by a score of 3-0. Only 2 hits in that ball game. This one out to right field. Coming on is the right fielder, Horn, and he'll make the catch. So one down after the leadoff base hit from Badgett, and that'll bring to the plate Matt Burkhart. Burkhart on the season for the Cyclones hit .382, 2 home runs, 12 driven in. Burkhart, a native of Gill, Colorado, 6'1", 215, the University of Northern Colorado, where he is a senior. First pitch just misses for a ball. We're just underway here in the fourth inning as the Colorado Cyclones are taking on the San Antonio Angels here in the first game of the day at the 85th Annual NBC World Series. That's skied on the infield. The first baseman is under it, and he'll make the play in foul territory. And now there are two away. Jason Ajamian will come to the plate now, the first baseman, number 24. Ajamia from Pasadena, California, plays his college ball at Cal State Northridge. A late season pickup here for the NBC. He did not play with the Cyclones during the regular season. First pitch on the outside corner for a strike. Ajamian was 2 for 4 in the last game. He drove in 2 as the Cyclones came up short against the Fairbanks Gold Panthers. And that's skied to left field. Giving chase and making the play is the left fielder, Cash Ballantyne. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, nobody left on. You're listening to the NBC World Series live stream presented by Park City, Kansas. Visit Park City's website at parkcity.com.
Hi, I'm Scott Stiles, General Manager of Wichita Burner, right here in beautiful downtown Wichita. I know how important it is to be on a winning team. My winning team of Jim Myers, Ashley Jansen, and Jeff Markowitz are here every day to provide you with the best customer service for your boiler and burner needs. On behalf of our team, we want to wish you and your team the best of luck at this year's 85th Annual NBC World Series. And welcome to Wichita!
Welcome back to the 85th Annual NBC World Series. Colorado Cyclones and the San Antonio Angels scoreless through the first half inning. Reminder quickly of the Angels lineup. It is Wisniewski, Rivero, Murrow, Wilkinson, Parrish, Horn, Horta, Perez, and Ballantyne. On the mound for the Cyclones is the 5'10", 185-pound right-hander Darren Cook. Plays his college ball at West Texas A&M. West Texas A&M, the Buffaloes, always a strong program down there in Division II. As the catcher prepares to throw down, leading off for the San Antonio Angels will be Jack Wisniewski, the shortstop. Wisniewski, 6 foot, 185, out of San Antonio, Texas. He plays at Trinity University. About to enter his junior season. Wisniewski was 0 for 3 in that first game. Again, a struggle to find hits for San Antonio. They're looking to rebound here against the Cyclones team that, while they put up a lot of runs, really struggled on the mound in game 1. And the pitch from Cook. That'll catch the outside corner for strike 1. Your umpires today, behind the plate, it's Terry Harrison. Down at first base is Conan Strobel, and at third base, Mark Wagner. The wind and the pitch from Cook. On the ground towards first base. He'll flip to the pitcher and one quickly away. Both teams looking to rebound where they were weak in game 1. The Angels, while they pitched pretty well in a 3-0 loss, looking to get the bats going, whereas the Cyclones in a 10-5 loss struggled against the Fairbanks Gold Panthers. The wind and the pitch. This is Lori Rivera, the second baseman. He steps in there, he fouls it off for strike number 1. Rivera, San Antonio native, but playing at Pratt Community College in Kansas. And looks like we're going to have a quick meeting of the umpires as they jog in. Unsure what they're talking about, but probably something mechanical, and they'll all head back, and we'll start it again on the 0-1 count to Rivera. Rivera played at Pratt Community College, has not committed yet as to where he'll be going now that he's finished up at Pratt. The wind and the pitch from Cook. That'll be high, and it goes to 1-1. Rivera did have one of the two hits for San Antonio in Game 1. He went 1 for 4 in that one. And that pitch a little bit outside. And the count now 2-1. Fouled at the plate, and now 2-2. Colorado Cyclones wearing the black jerseys, orange lettering. Orange Cyclone on the cap. San Antonio in their blue jerseys and wearing the white helmets as they bat at the plate. Swing and a miss on an outside pitch, and that's the first strikeout of the day for Cook. And that's the kind of star you wanted if you're the Cyclones. J.L. Buchanan, the head coach of the Cyclones. Shane Dyer is pitching coach. Sean Lydon, a bench coach. That's going to bring to the plate Seth Morrow, the center fielder. Morrow, a San Antonio native, plays right here in Wichita and Wichita State after he completed his career at McLennan Junior College. So he will play right here. Looks like he redshirted last season for the Shockers. That pitch inside, and leaving up the count at 1-1. San Antonio winners of the Syntex League. Actually came in second in the Syntex League. That's high, ball 2. Came in second to the Lone Star squad, who's also here in the NBC tournament field. Lone Star winning their game last night, coming from behind against the Derby Twins. Line in the pitch from Cook. That's lined towards first base, and that'll get through a base hit, so Morrow picks up his first hit of the NBC tournament. And that'll bring up the number 4 hitter, the DH, Garrett Wilkinson. Wilkinson, normally a catcher, also a San Antonio native. He played at Midland Junior College, and now on that roster at Liberty. Of course, you think back to Liberty, made a great run during the Division I tournament last season. He'll step in from the right side against Cook. Wind and the pitch. Just a little low and outside for ball 1. Liberty, one of those upset teams in the regional that really put some pressure in. Of course, they fall in the super regional, but a fantastic regional for the Flames. Wind and the pitch, and that's a little high, ball 2. Cook on the mound is a graduate senior for West Texas A&M. And the pitch a little bit outside. And he starts it out 3-0 here to Wilkinson. Several guys on this Angel squad with D1 experience. Wilkinson, one of those people, and the pitch. And that'll miss outside as well. And now runners at first and second as Colton Parrish comes to the plate, the catcher in today's game. Wearing number 52. Looks like he has the lone blue helmet on the squad. Colton Parrish, 5'10", 180 out of Lavernia, Texas. Played at St. Mary's University and Texas Christian, and you'll hear the air horn there, and looks like he'll say they were both ready, and looks like he is going to give him strike one. And now a balk from Cook. Darren Cook, unsure what he's doing there. I don't think he was even whirling to throw. He looks like he just maybe lost contact with the mound. And J.L. Buchanan wants to talk with the umpire about that. He'll head back to the dugout, and back into the box will be Colton Parrish. Looks like it was a no call on the clock violation. So now the pitch from Cook, and that's a little bit up for ball one. Cook started off the inning very efficiently, getting the first 2 outs, but he's now up to 16 pitches in the inning as he threw ball one to Parrish. That's fouled away, and it's 1-1. If you're San Antonio, you'd like to strike early. No runs in the first game, really want to get those bats going. You get the single from Murrow, then the walk to Wilkinson, and then a balk gets him to second, third. We're tied at 0 in the bottom half of the first, and that's in there for strike two. Darren Cook for the Cyclones trying to pitch his way out of a little jam here early at the NBC tournament's first game of the day. A lot of great action here today. Be sure to follow along on the stream. And the pitch. Line towards first base. Great play by the first baseman. He's going to take it himself and slide in for the out. Fantastic play there by a Jamian, and that'll end the inning. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 left on base. You're listening to the NBC World Series live stream presented by Park City, Kansas. Visit Park City's website at parkcity.com.
What do you see? I see my daughter, a strong and independent woman, a skilled expert, living her life, and an inspiration to others. What do you see?
Welcome back here to Wichita as we start the top of the second inning. First pitch fouled away by Dakota Popham, the third baseman. Again on the mound for San Antonio is Nicholas Hamill. Wind and the pitch. A little bit low. Count goes even at 1-1. Both teams with a hit in the first inning. Yet to see a run, though, here through one. Popham takes the 1-1. That's out into left field. It looks like it'll hang up, and it will as Cash Ballantyne brings it in. One down for the Cyclones. We're here in the top of the second inning. Both these teams 0-1, looking to get that win and stay in contention in their pool. And the pitch. It's a little bit outside. This is Gavin Gifford, the designated hitter. Up there from the left side. He hit .410 on the regular season for the Cyclones. Gifford from Brighton, Colorado. Plays at UC Colorado Springs, the Division II squad. He was 0 for 4 in the last game, and he'll swing through that one. And now it's 1-2. Cyclones put up 5 runs in their first game, falling to the Fairbanks Gold Painters by a score of 10-5. That'll be strike 3. The catcher will throw down to first base, and there are 2 away. And that one gets airmailed into left field, and we'll wait for it to come back in, but 2 still down in the inning. That's going to bring to the plate Wyatt Featherston. Featherston only .299 on the year for the Cyclones in the Mile High, but he did hit 6 home runs and drive in 28. Featherston, a Lakewood, Colorado native, 6 foot 200, plays just down the road in Topeka at Washburn University. And the pitch, that's skied foul to the right side. Hamill looking for an efficient inning here as he brings in the pitch, and that's crossed for strike 2. That was Hamill's 21st pitch, 15 of which have been strikes. That's going to be fouled away up the third base line. This one important for both teams. You want to get that one win. Give yourself a chance on the final day. Granted, a 1-2 team still has a chance, depending on how things go, but you'd like to get that win here and kind of make it a little easier on yourself going into day 3. The wind and the pitch, and that's going to be fouled down the third base line. He has spoils another 0-2 pitch from Hamill. Gets tougher as the pitcher as you go along here. He's seen a lot of your pitches, so you're looking at something that'll break it up. He's been a little ahead, so might be the time to go with the hard stuff. Wind and the pitch. That's a little high, ball 1. And the 1-2 again, and that's again fouled down the third base line into the new construction there here at Wichita State University. Shockers building a new clubhouse there down the right field line. All the tents down there, a makeshift dugout here for the NBC tournament. And the wind and the pitch. And that one's to third base. Third baseman has it across the infield. Nice stretch by the first baseman, Perez, and that'll end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. You're listening to the NBC World Series live stream presented by Park City, Kansas. Visit Park City's website at parkcitykansas.com.
From the sea, come to you. I heard the laughing. Come from the sea, come to you. I'm someone like you. Na 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 na. I'm going to Wichita. I'm going to Wichita. I'm going to Wichita. And I'm going to Wichita.
Learn more at visitwichita.com.
Welcome back to Tyler Field X Stadium here in Wichita, Kansas. It's the NBC World Series. Here on a Saturday where the sun's starting to come out, should be a great day for baseball. Let's remind you of those games that are upcoming. At 3:30, it'll be the Seattle Studs and the Texas Express. 7 p.m. tonight, the Kansas Cannons will take on the Fairbanks, Alaska Gold Painters. And at 9:30, it'll be the San Diego Waves and the Cheney Diamond Dogs. A nice day full of games. A nice day to come out to the ballpark here in Wichita. Leading off for the Angels going to be the right fielder, number 27, C.J. Horn. First pitch in there called strike one by Harrison. Horn, 5'10", 205 pounds, out of NMMI. He'll swing through strike two and Cook up 0-2. No score here through an inning and a half. And he gets him to swing through it, and there's a strikeout for Cook. Cook's second strikeout on the day. He's allowed one hit. He's walked one. And that brings to the plate Randy Horta, the third baseman. Horta from New Braunfels, Texas, plays at Midland Junior College. First pitch a little outside for ball one. Cook looks in and he'll bring it home. That's a cross for strike one. Both pitchers have been fairly efficient. Just over 20 pitches now for Cook as he pitches in the second inning. That's a little outside. And it'll be 2-1. The wind and the pitch from the righty. That's a little high, and now the count's 3-1. Huerta only one at bat in that first game for San Antonio. He was 0 for 1. The wind and the 3-1 delivery gets the outside corner, strike two. Huerta starting to leave for first base, but he'll come back in and have to face a 3-2 count. Cook looking for that third strikeout of the game. He'll come set and he'll throw home. Swing and a miss. He strikes him out and gets strikeout number 3, a 93-mile-an-hour fastball. Cook bringing it in quickly. And that's back-to-back strikeouts, and it'll bring up the first baseman, Evan Perez. Perez, San Antonio native, played at McMurray University. And the pitch from Cook. Burns that one in there at 94, outside ball one. Cook's fastball consistently in the low 90s here as he pitches to the San Antonio Angels. That one again on the outside corner in there at 91. So the Cyclones go to the hard-throwing righty from West Texas A&M. He'll come set the wind and the pitch. He gets him to swing at that one, and it's now 2-1. This is Perez's first at-bat of the NBC World Series. Didn't play in Game 1. The wind and the pitch. Just misses the outside corner at 90 miles an hour. Cook has gone to a 3-ball count on several of these hitters, but he gets a swing and a miss there, and he goes to 3-2. Last two hitters have been 3-2 counts. Let's see if he can blow one by him here. The wind and the pitch. Inside. It's popped to the right side. That was in at 92, and it'll find its way into the Angels bullpen. Angels bullpen there down the right field line. Couple pitchers setting out there. Cyclones bullpen empty right now. And so we'll do the 3-2 again. Cook the wind and the pitch. Just a little high, and he walked him. So 3 strikeouts, but now 2 walks now for Darren Cook. And that'll bring to the plate Cash Ballantyne. Ballantyne, the left fielder from Red Oak, Oklahoma, played at Carl Albert Junior College. And the pitch just off the outside corner. Took a little off that one, 80 miles an hour. Cook has allowed at least one base runner in each inning now. Of course, last inning they got runners to second and third after the walk, which was followed up by a balk. And it's 2-0 as that one is a little outside. Comes set and the pitch. Skied towards center field. Burkhardt has it measured, though, and that'll end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, one left on base. You're listening to the NBC World Series live stream presented by Park City, Kansas. Visit Park City's website at parkcityks.com.
What do you see? I see a new day. To continue my journey, riding towards my goal. To create the life I've always wanted. I do what it takes. And now I ride to my dream job. What do you see?
Welcome back to the 85th annual NBC World Series here from Tyler Field at X Stadium in Wichita, Kansas. No score as we head to the third inning. Only 2 hits so far, 1 for each team. As Nicholas Hamill will go back to the mound for the Angels. And he's going to face Quinn Tomasino, the right fielder. Tomasino, Fort Collins, Colorado native. He'll take ball number 1. Plays his baseball at Emmanuel College. A little outside at 85 miles an hour, and it's 1-1. Looks like that caught the plate. Wind and the pitch again towards that outside corner. He fouls it off, and it's 1-2. Hamels is thrown. That was his 30th pitch. 22 of those pitches strikes. This is grounded towards first base. He'll take it himself. And 1 quickly away here in the third for the Cyclones. That'll bring up Colton Chase. Chase, the shortstop today. From Aurora, Colorado, plays at Division II Regis University. Regis, of course, in the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference. That off-speed pitch in there for strike 1. Chase hit .262 this season for the Cyclones in the Mile High League. That one just a little bit outside, and it's 1-1. Hamill allowed the leadoff hit to Kennedy Badgett and has been efficient ever since, as that one misses a little inside, 2-1. Hamill has a strikeout. But really, you're just looking for any outs, be they by strikes or by the defense. And he gets him to swing at that one, strike 2. That's going to be grounded towards the shortstop. Throw across the infield. Nice dig by the first baseman, and that's out number 2. Hamill and Cook a little different on the pitching styles. Hamill, more off-speed pitches, a lot of movement. Whereas Cook, the fireball, are looking to blow it by you. And Kennedy Badgett will come up for the second time. He's 1 for 1 today. Led off the game with a base hit. First pitch misses for a ball. Here's pitch number 2, just a little down, and it's 2-0. That was Badgett's first hit of the NBC World Series. He's now 1 for 5. That's fouled back, and now it's 2-1. Again, he did have a great season, though, hitting .357 in Mile High League play. Hamill, the wind and the pitch. That's fouled back towards us, and it's 2-2. That one in there at 86 miles an hour from Hamill. Well, that pitch really close, but it'll go to 3-2. Hamill relying a lot on his movement here and getting a lot of ground ball outs. And the pitch. Skied out towards right field, and that is going to get over the head of the right fielder, and Badgett is going to take off for second. And digs into second with the double. You can kind of tell he's a catcher as he goes around first base, but really dug it out there and got the double. And that's going to bring to the plate Jake Hayes. Hayes is 3 for 5 in the NBC World Tournament. He's 0 for 1 today, but has a chance to make some impact here. He hit .408, as we said, on the regular season with 19 runs driven in. He'll step in from the left side against Hamill. Runner at second base as the Cyclones threaten for the first time in this game. And the pitch. Just a little off the outside corner, 1-0. Hamill, 31 pitches now, 29 have been, 41 pitches, 29 have been strikes. And the pitch. Skied towards center field. Looks like Murrow has it measured, and he'll make the play, and that'll end the inning. So Cyclones threaten, but we're still scoreless as we head to the third. You're listening to the NBC World Series live stream presented by Park City, Kansas. Visit Park City's website at parkcityks.com.
It has been a wet day across Kansas, but especially for Wichita. I'm Storm Track 3 meteorologist Taylor Cox, and we're going to be seeing some spotty showers lingering across Wichita today, but for the most part, most will be staying dry. 84 is the high today, and that's rather cool for these August temperatures. 75 in the evening, 67 overnight. That's our low tonight, and as we do move to the evening hours, those rain chances will be decreasing as well. Tomorrow we'll be staying dry. Have a great day at the ball game.
Welcome back to Wichita, Kansas, the NBC World Series. Let's take a quick look at Pool C, where these two teams reside. The Cyclones and Angels both 0-1, losing their first game to Fairbanks and the Kansas Cannons. Those two teams will face off tonight at 7 o'clock. Again, the top 3 teams from each pool are going to move on, so this one an important one, as you'd like to get that head-to-head win against the other 0-1 team. That brings to the plate Jack Wisniewski. And the pitch from Cook, 90 miles an hour, just outside. Wisniewski 0 for 1 today, now 0 for 3 in the tournament. Wind and the pitch from Cook. Outside corner for a strike at 91. Cook has had a little more control issues than has Hamill, but he really brings it in there. Most of his fastballs hitting the low 90s. The wind and the pitch. Swings through an off-speed pitch at 82 miles an hour. No score, 2 hits for the Cyclones. They both belong to Kennedy Badgett. One hit for the Angels. And the line and the pitch, and they're at 93, just fouled off by Wisniewski. The Angels' hit came from Seth Murrow back in the first inning. And the pitch grounded towards the second baseman. He'll pick it up and flip it across to the first baseman for out number 1. That'll bring up Ellery Rivera. A little more contact as we go through the second time is what they're looking for if you're the San Antonio Angels. The wind and the pitch. 3 strikeouts the first time through. That's popped up foul and an excellent attempt by the catcher, Kennedy Badgett, but he'll come up just short. So the count 0-1 as Ellery Rivera looking to bunt for a base hit. He's 1 for 4 in the NBC tournament. Had a hit in that first game against the Kansas Cannons. The wind and the pitch. That's a little high, and now it's 1-1. 93 miles an hour. That projects as somebody who may get their name called on draft day. As long as the control is there, he gets that one by him, strike 2. That was an off-speed pitch in there at 83. A lot of times, though, heat is not the only recipe. You need to have that breaking ball that keeps them off base. Cook, the wind and the pitch. Just a little check swing foul, but it's going to get foul down the right field line. Didn't even really look like a full swing there from Rivera, but he poked it down the right field lane, and that was dangerously close to being an extra base hit. One, 2 now. To the young man from San Antonio, and he gets that one. He's going to ground it down the third baseline, foul. So a little behind on the fastball, a little ahead on the breaking ball. That one was in there at 83. Pratt Community College, the Greenbacks. The wind and the pitch. Line back towards the pitcher, and what a fantastic play there by Darren Cook. As the pitcher, you're just trying to get out of the way, but managed to get his glove to the right place, and that's out number 2. Sometimes you got to help yourself. Now his jersey's dirty, though, and that means it may have to be washed, but you'll take that if you get the out. That'll bring up Seth Murrow, the designated or the center fielder. He singled his first time up. It was his first hit of the World Series. And the pitch. Right back to the pitcher, and Cook's going to get himself 2 outs up by himself here, and that'll end the inning. We're still tied at 0 as we head to the bottom of the third. You're listening to the NBC World Series live stream presented by Park City, Kansas. Visit Park City's website at parkcityks.com.
No one should live a life burdened with type 1 diabetes. And the day is coming when nobody will, because we're here to cure it. And we're working to improve the lives of those affected by this relentless disease today by finding new therapies and advancing them to market, by advocating for greater access and better choices, by deepening our understanding of the disease. At JDRF, we're fighting T1D. We're making life better for those who live with it, while creating a world without it.
Welcome back to the NBC World Series as Matt Burkert will step to the plate for the Cyclones. First one fouled back our way, and it'll come down just underneath the press box. 2 hits for the Cyclones, 1 for the Angels as we head to the top of the 4th inning. Burkhart now 2 for 5 in the tournament, and he'll sky that one on the infield. Shortstop underneath it to make the play, and 1 quickly away. Jason Ajamian will come in. The right-handed hitting first baseman. Ajamian, the Cal State Northridge product. That's a little outside, ball 1 from Hamill. Hamill mixing his speeds good, 80s, 70s. And a lot of movement. That's fouled away at 84. As Ajamian steps back in. He was 2 for 4 in the first game, 0 for 1 here today. That misses inside, and it's 2-1. The wind and the pitch swings through that one at 84 miles an hour, and it's strike 2. Both of these teams looking to pick up that victory and pick up a chance to move on from pool play. That's a little bit outside. Count goes full. Hamill's only gone full twice in this game to hitters. And the wind and the pitch. Swung on, skied out towards right field. It's dropping fast, but it looks like a bead on it for the right fielder, and there now. 2 away. That'll bring to the plate Dakota Popham. Dakota Popham, the Colorado Springs native, 6 foot 210. Played his college baseball at Colorado State Pueblo. Another of those Division II schools out there that feature in the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference. And the pitch. Inside, ball 1. Hamill doing a good job of getting swings and contact. Again, he moves it around a lot. That one skied towards center field, dropping fast, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. It's number 3 of the day, but the first one not by Kennedy Badgett. And Popham will be down at first with 2 outs. It's going to bring up the big lefty, Gavin Gifford. Gifford 6'5", 265. UC Colorado Springs. And the pitch, and a nice charge into that one. It's deep into the gap. That's going to get down. It's probably going to score 1. Digging for third and coming home is going to be Popham. And sliding in and holding up at second base will be Gifford, and we've got our first run of the day. Colorado Cyclones take the lead with a gapper from Gavin Gifford. That was Gifford's first hit of the NBC World Series and came at a perfect time for the Cyclones. As now we'll see the left fielder, Wyatt Featherston. The kick and the pitch for Hamill, that's fouled straight back. Wyatt Featherston had a great season in the Rocky Mountains, hitting .299, 6 home runs, 28 driven in. Of course, plays his college ball right down the road in Topeka at Washburn University. That pitch a little bit outside, and the count evens up at 1-1. Washburn in the Mid-America Intercollegiate Athletics Association. And the pitch, that's fouled back. Washburn has seen a resurgence as of late, making some good runs in the MIAA tournament. 1-2 now to Featherston. A runner on second. Cyclones looking to add to their 1-0 lead. The kick from Hamill and the pitch. That's going to be fouled down the line, and a nice play there by the third base coach. And we'll do it again at 1-2. Featherston 1 for 5 now in the NBC tournament. That one's a little bit outside, and it'll leave it up at 2-2. Hamill tried the off-speed pitch there at 73. Couldn't get him to bite. Cyclones have taken the lead, though, on an RBI double by Gavin Gifford. Hamill comes set in the 2-2. Just a little bit outside. Right thought there if you're the pitcher, though, trying to get him to chase it. Count goes full now to Featherston. And the pitch. Fouled back as he just got a piece of that one. Hamill looking to work out of the inning here. He's had some struggles, but trying to keep that lead at just 1 run. Then he gets the swing and the miss from Featherston, and that ends the inning. But it's 1-0 now, Colorado. You're listening to the NBC World Series live stream presented by Park City, Kansas. Visit Park City's website at parkcityks.com.
What do you see? I'll tell you what I don't see. I don't see a dropout. I don't see laid off. I don't see hopeless. I see our future, bright and prosperous. What do you see?
Welcome back to Wichita. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Colorado Cyclones striking on top in the top of the 4th on an RBI double from Gavin Gifford. San Antonio looking to get that first run of the NBC World Series, and Garrett Wilkinson will lead things off here in the 4th. Wilkinson, of course, plays at Liberty University. And the wide and the pitch from Cook. Just a little inside at 81 as he goes off speed. Really, the last 2 games last night, some fantastic baseball. Hopefully that continues into today's game. That's lined into right field, and that's going to be a base hit. So Garrett Wilkinson is on. And that'll bring Parrish to the plate. The catcher in there from the left side. Parrish just flips that catcher's helmet around to the front side when he bats. And the line and the pitch, that's fouled straight back. That one at 90 miles an hour. Cook has struggled a little with his control. He's walked 2, but he has 3 strikeouts as well and has really minimized any threat, especially after that first inning. He had runners at second and third and 2 outs. That's a swing and a miss. Strike 2. It's the first time that the Angels have had their leadoff runner aboard. Parrish steps back in, down in the count 0-2. The kick and the pitch. 81 miles an hour, goes off speed again. Fake throw to first there from Badgett. I'll get the runner back, but now it's 1-2. And the kick and the 1-2 delivery a little bit outside at 89. It's really the first fastball I've seen under 90 from Cook in this game. As we're here in the bottom of the fourth. A little bit of activity starting in the Cyclones bullpen. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. That's strikeout number 4 for Darren Cook. Just some light stretching, but they do have somebody out there now. That's going to bring up number 27, C.J. Horn. Runner at first, one away. It's 1-0 Colorado. Cook sets and delivers home. Skied out into right. Looks like it's going to hang up enough and just in fair territory. The catch will be made by Quinn Tomasino, and now there's 2 away. Now Randy Huerta, the third baseman, comes to the plate. Huerta plays his college ball at Midland Junior College. Cook comes set. The kick and the pitch. He'll swing through that one for strike 1. Darren Cook trying to work around the first leadoff hit he's allowed, and really only the second hit of the game. Comes set. Kick and the pitch. That's high. Now the count even at 1-1. For Cook, that's pitch number 60. 36 strikes, 24 balls. And the kick just misses. And it'll go to 2-1. Cook really has been good with that off-speed pitch when he's gotten people to swing, but if he doesn't get the swing, it's just a little out of the zone. And the 2-1. Just misses on the outside corner at 91. Don't forget, coming up next at 3:30, it'll be the Seattle Studs and the Texas Express. And the pitch. And he walks him. Third walk of the game for Cook, and now runners on base for Evan Perez. And it looks like the Cyclones might be going to the bullpen here. Nope, they'll stay with Cook. They do have a couple guys. They've got a catcher heading out to the bullpen now, so looks like they may be ready to get someone up. Perez steps in from the right side. Runners on first and second, 2 away. Angels looking to even things up here at 1. Kick and the pitch. Swing and a miss at a 91-mile-an-hour fastball. Still no real rush out in the Cyclones bullpen. They do have a catcher out there now, but nobody up throwing. And the pitch. Fouled back And quickly ahead 0-2 is Cook after the talk from his coach. Looks like Brock Gilliam, righty from Bayshore, Kansas, another Washburn University player. So the guy's slowly starting to get up there in the bullpen. It's a little high and a little outside for ball one. Granted, as we say that, Gilliam sets down and still no one warming in the pen. And the pitch, that's low for ball two. Count even up to Perez. Perez walked in his first at bat of the game. Still no official at bats here in the World Series. That's lined. Is it going to stay fair? It will not. Just outside of the right field line, and that was dangerous. We've seen that a couple times against Cook, just kind of getting the bat out there and flaring it down the right field line against those 90-mile-an-hour pitches. Perez was just shy of putting his team on the board. But now it's 2-2, and that's just a long strike. Cook comes set. Kick and the pitch. Right back up the middle. Shortstop has it, and he's going to have to go to first quickly, but he gets the play. Second baseman crashing towards the bag, but that ends the inning. You're listening to the NBC World Series live stream presented by Park City, Kansas. Visit Park City's website at parkcityks.com. Welcome back to Tyler Field, X Stadium here in Wichita, Kansas. 1-0 lead for the Colorado Cyclones as we head to the top of the fifth inning, and at the plate will be pitch a little bit outside. At the plate will be Quinn Tomasino, the right fielder. Tomasino 0 for 1 today, now 0 for 4 in this NBC World Series. He fouls that one back, and the count 1-1. Both pitchers have had their bright spots, and both pitchers have had their struggles. Hamill struggled in the last inning, giving up a single and then a double. That pitch a little low, and it's 2-1. Gavin Gifford hit the go-ahead run in with a double last inning. That's popped back here towards the press box and over a little closer to where the camera sits. And now it's 2-2. Wind and the pitch. Low, ball 3. Hamill's been a lot higher with his pitch counts here in the last 2 innings. Wind. Comes home line down the right field line, but that'll get out of play. Down towards the San Antonio bullpen. A couple guys up, running, doing some stretching. But nobody throwing yet. There is somebody throwing in the Cyclones bullpen, as that'll be ball 4, and Tomasino will head down to first base. That is Gilliam, who we mentioned before, throwing down in the Cyclones bullpen. We'll see if he comes out to start the bottom half of the fifth. It's going to bring up Colton Chase. Chase looking for his first hit of the day as he steps in against the righty Hamill. And the pitch. Tries to lay one down the first base line, but it goes foul. Colton Chase 0 for 1 today, 0 for 4 in the NBC World Series. Again, as we stressed earlier, this is an important one for the 0-1 teams. You want to get to 1-1, really get the pressure off yourself going into that third game to get a win. And that's bunted foul at the plate, and it's 0-2. We'll see if Chase is swinging here as he faces an 0-2 pitch down in the count. That pitch is skied down the left field line. A couple players giving Chase kind of in no man's land, and it'll fall foul. A nice effort there from Huerta to try to chase it down, but really a lot of space out there in left field. You had the right fielder coming, you had the third baseman coming, and just kind of landed there in no man's land. And so with a runner on first, we'll do the 0-2 again. Down there at first base is Tomasino. Down there at first base, of course, the red, white, and blue bases. Classic addition to the NBC tournament. The kick and the pitch. And he strikes him out. For Hamill, that is strikeout number 3. But that'll bring up Kennedy Badgett. Badgett 2 for 2 today. Singled in the first and doubled in the third. The pitch from Hamill. On the outside corner, strike 1. Not often you see a catcher in that leadoff spot, but Badgett is doing just what you want the leadoff guy to do, getting on base. 2 for 2 today, now 3 for 7 in the tournament. Well, that one will get past him for strike number 2. Didn't really notice this before, but that battery for the Cyclones, an all-West Texas battery right now, both go to West Texas A&M. Kick and the pitch for Hamill. Badgett back up the center. Will it get through? It will not. A nice flip to second, though, and it's going to get past the second baseman. We'll look down and see what scorer Mike Dean says about that. They're going to call it a single, and I would tend to agree. He was really close to second, trying to get a quick throw off there, and just unable to make the play, but would have taken a great play to get him. And so no runners at first and second, and Badgett has his third hit of the day. So that's going to bring up Jake Hayes. Jake Hayes now also 3 for 7 in the tournament, but he's 0 for 2 today. He's got runners on first and second. He'd like to keep this thing going. Hamill, the kick and the pitch. Hayes shows bunt outside, ball 1. Still no action in the Angel bullpen as they put some trust in Hamill here. Hamill has worked out of a couple small jams, but did allow a run back in the top of the 4th. The kick and the pitch, skied towards center field. Murrow has it measured, and he'll make the catch for out number 2. That's going to bring to the plate Matt Burkhart. The top part of the lineup during the regular season for the Cyclones, 357, 408, and 382. Burkhart up there now. He was the 382. Kick and the pitch. Swing and a miss for Burkhart. Sometimes these off-speed guys can be tricky. The question is, how long can they fool the hitters? So far, Hamill has held ground. Allowed only 1 run on 5 hits. Kick and the pitch. Burkhart's now 2 for 6 here in the World Series as he swings through strike 2. It is a testament to your team, though, how you play against a pitcher that throws a little more off-speed stuff. They often say good teams will have trouble hitting him. That one's a little low, 1-2. A lot of times those good hitters, it's just a timing issue. But we'll see how many innings it takes them to adjust, and it looks like they've adjusted. Here as Burkhardt lines it through the left side. Coming around to score will be Tomasino, and now the lead is 2-0 for the Cyclones. That's hit number 6 and hit number 3 of the tournament for Burkhardt, as he drives in a run there. It's his first RBI of the NBC World Series. And that'll bring to the plate Jason Ajamian. Ajamian, the tall righty, steps in against Hamill. Hamill, the wind and the pitch. Skied back our way and over the top of the press box here at X Stadium. Two nothing is the Cyclones' lead. Ajamian, 2 for 6 now in the tournament, looking for his first hit today, and he's got runners on base. The pitch, lined back up through the middle, and that's going to drop into center field for a base hit. And coming around to score is going to be Kennedy Badgett. So his third RBI of the World Series as he singles there on what it was also his third hit. And they keep the line moving here. 3-0 now the lead for the Cyclones here in the top of the 5th inning. Dakota Popham now steps in. He'll look to keep the line moving here against Hamill. The pitch, a little bit inside for a ball. Popham, 2 for 7 now in the tournament. He's 1 for 2 here in the game. He scored on the double by Giffords. And the pitch, line towards the shortstop. He'll pick it up and throw across the infield for the out, and that'll end the inning. But 3-0, the Cyclones lead as we head to the bottom of the 5th. You're listening to the NBC World Series live stream presented by Park City, Kansas. Visit Park City's website at parkcityks.com.
From the sea, come to you. I heard the laughing. Come from the sea, come to you. I'm someone like you. Na 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 na. I'm going to Wichita. I'm going to Wichita. I'm going to Wichita. And I'm going to Wichita.
Learn more at visitwichita.com.
Welcome back to Wichita on the 85th Annual NBC World Series. We talked a little bit about pool play. Here's how some of the other pools line up. In Pool A, Cheney and San Diego both getting wins. They're 1-0. Seattle and Texas, who will face off in the next game, are both 0-1. Then in yesterday's action, the Great Bend Batcats and the Santa Barbara Foresters picking up wins. The Game Day Saints and the Hayesville Aviators both falling. Those teams will face off tomorrow. Also facing off tomorrow will be Lone Star Baseball Club and the San Diego Stars, who picked up wins last night, and the Derby Twins and the Liberal BJs will face off in an all-Kansas matchup. That game is set for 1:30 p.m. tomorrow. The 11 o'clock game tomorrow, the Game Day Saints and the Hayesville Aviators. Aviators had a good crowd last night in a 1-0 loss to the Santa Barbara Foresters, which really was a great game to watch. Two great pitching efforts. Came down to just a miscue. And a new pitcher into the game for the Colorado Cyclones, I believe. Yes, it is. It's going to be number 35, Brock Gilliam. Gilliam, 6'1", 210. He's a senior at Washburn University. He comes on in relief of Darren Cook, who really pitched 4 strong innings, holding the Angels scoreless. Cash Balancing will lead things off here for San Antonio, looking to get on the board. 2 hits here in the ball game. That matches their effort in the first game. They've really struggled at the plate here in the NBC tournament. Gilliam will bring his first pitch of the tournament. The wind and the pitch a little bit outside, ball 1. That one's in there at 94, though, as it looks like the Cyclones will stay with the heat. Cook, most of his pitches in the 90s. Gilliam looks to be the same. That one's in there for a strike at 95 miles an hour. That's fouled off. Down the third base line. Strike number 2. Tomorrow they'll have the Hall of Fame inductions here at the NBC tournament. Isaiah Fireball Jackson, one of those inductees. If you want to read a good story, go to the website and check out the story about him. That ball is outside, ball 2. 2-2 now. As Gilliam's been throwing the heat since he came in. Let's see if he goes to the off-speed pitch here on the 2-2. Wind and the pitch. And he took a little off it in 91 to strike him out. So Gilliam strikes out the first batter he faces, and that'll bring up the leadoff hitter, Jack Wisniewski. Steps in from the left side. One down here, bottom of the 5th inning, 3-0. Colorado Cyclones, and the pitch. Right back up the middle, and that's a base hit. And really a great job there by Wisniewski. Looking fastball. I mean, you've seen only pitches over 90 from Gilliam. He was looking for one, and he just sent it right back through the box. So now Ellery Rivera comes to the plate. Wisniewski down at first with his first hit of the NBC tournament. Kick and the pitch from Gilliam. Goes off speed for the first time at 79. Got the strikeout of the first hitter with all heaters, and then Wisniewski hits him on the first pitch right back through the middle. That one's going to be line foul down the first base line. There's a young fan down there who will run down the stairs and pick up a souvenir. Rivera looking to get his team back into it. A runner down at first. That's Wisniewski. Modest lead. And here comes the pitch. Grounded towards the shortstop. This could be 2. To second for 1. To first. Not in time. As Rivera breaks up the double play. And he's down at first base on the fielder's choice. And that's going to bring to the plate Seth Morrow. Morrow has one of the hits today, now 1 for 6 in the tournament. Rivera down there at first base for the Angels. Gilliam comes set, And the pitch outside, ball one. Goes off speed there again at 82 miles an hour. As we said earlier in the game, really the effectivity depends on your off-speed pitch. If you know it's not going to be in the zone, you can look for the fastball. And the pitch, that's outside at 86. So Gilliam came out firing early, but it looks like he's had a little come off his fastball. Down at first is Rivera. His lead just past the cutoff. He gets another step. And a swing and a miss by Morrow, and now the count 2-1. Three to nothing lead, Colorado Cyclones. We're here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Pitch to Morrow, swing and a miss, strike two. That one in there at 91. Gillum looks to be trying to find his pace again as he's now worked back in this count to 2-2. The kick and the pitch from Gillum. That's going to be skied on the left side. Giving chase the third baseman and the right fielder. And an amazing play out there. Did he get it? He did. And that'll end the inning. What a fantastic catch by Dakota Popham going up against the bullpen, falling down and making the catch. You're listening to the NBC World Series live stream presented by Park City, Kansas. Visit Park City's website at parkcityks.com. You can see the line score there. 3 runs on 7 hits for the Cyclones. No runs on 3 hits for the Angels. And it's going to be Nicholas Hamill back out there. Had a little bit of a struggle in the last 2 innings, but it looks like the Angels will stick with him. He's thrown 84 pitches in this game. 58 have been for strikes. And stepping in there from the left side is going to be Gavin Gifford. Gifford 1 for 6 now in the tournament, but that one hit was a double back in the 4th inning to break this game open. Line and the pitch from Hamill. A little bit low, ball 1. Gifford 6'5", 265, and really hit a strong double into the gap, and he pulls it right there to the second baseman. A little hot, but he'll come up with it, and that's 1 away. Was talking with some of the staff earlier today. Sometimes an adjustment depending on where you play to these all-turf fields. Some of the kids who play in the MIAA, there's a lot of turf fields in that league, but the Rocky Mountain League, where a lot of the players we see on the Cyclones play, tends to be more natural grass fields. It's a curve in there for strike 1. A lot of teams have been going to this turf fields, especially in the Midwest. It gives you the chance to play even after a snow day, as long as that temperature will come up for you, and also gives you the opportunity to play quickly after rain with that unpredictable weather. Gives you a chance to get games in. The count now 2-1 to Wyatt Featherston. Featherston will foul that one straight back. And now it's 1-2. Actually, I believe it's 2-2. Incorrect out on the scoreboard right now. The wind and the pitch from Hamill. Well, that's low, and now the count goes full. Featherston is 1 for 6 in this NBC World Series. So he bats here with 1 away, and the pitch. Outside, ball 4. So Featherston aboard with 1 away here in the top of the 6th inning. That's going to bring up Quinn Tomasino. He walked and scored his last time up. He's officially 0 for 4 in the NBC tournament, but walked and scored in that 2-run 5th inning. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Looks like he got a piece of it. Fouled back. The Cyclones 1 in the 4th, 2 in the 5th. They lead here 3-0. 3 runs, 7 hits, no errors. No runs, 3 hits, no errors for the Angels. And the pitch a little low and inside, and the count evens out at 1-1. Hamill now 5 1/3 innings pitched. 7 hits, 3 runs, all of them earned, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts. That's in there for strike 2. Tomasino, a runner down at first, looking for his first hit of the NBC tournament. Hamill comes set and delivers. Runner going, and it's going to be fouled off. Looks like the old hit and run might have been on there. As Featherston will head back down to first base. Tomasino, 6'6", 210. Kick and the pitch. Line down the first base line, but foul. That'll go out into the San Antonio bullpen. Still no action out in that San Antonio bullpen. Well, now there is. Just as I say that, somebody stands up and starts throwing. It's number 15, Jackson Phillips, a left-hander. And the pitch. Skied on the infield. Runner was going. And as long as it comes down, this is going to be a double play, and it is. So a double play there from Perez to the pitcher, and we head to the bottom of the 6th. You're listening to the NBC World Series live stream presented by Park City, Kansas. Visit Park City's website at parkcityks.com.
Man, this is serious business. You gotta have an appetite for this kind of thing. You gotta have a hunger to succeed.
Side effects may include hilarity, laughter, smiles, childlike behavior, lots of good feelings, and making of a lifelong friend.
Mentoring. It's easier than you think and serious fun. Change the game.
It'll be Brock Gilliam back out there for Colorado as they lead 3-0 heading to the bottom of the 6th. He'll face the 4, 5, and 6 hitters, Wilkinson, Parrish, and Horn, here to start the inning. Wilkinson, the designated hitter, steps in from the right side. Off-speed pitch is in there, strike 1. Wilkinson 1 for 1 officially in the tournament, as he's 1 for 1 today in his first action. That's inside. Count even at 1-1. San Antonio looking to scratch their way back into him, down 3-0 here in the bottom of the 6th. Wind and the pitch from Gilliam. In there, strike 2. That one in there at 90 miles an hour. Garrett Wilkinson, 6 foot 205, out of San Antonio, Texas. And he'll swing through that one, strike 3, and that's strikeout number 2 for Brock Gilliam. That's going to bring to the plate the catcher, Colton Parrish. Parrish wearing number 52. From Lavernia, Texas. He's a graduate who played at both St. Mary's University and Texas Christian. Texas Christian, of course, a strong program in Texas. They've made their way into the last couple NCAA Division I regionals. Parrish is 1 for 6 in the tournament, went 1 for 4 in that first game. Gilliam, the 0-1 pitch, and that's going to be towards the shortstop and through for a base hit. So Colton Parrish comes through with his second hit of the tournament, and now a runner for the Angels, as now C.J. Horn will step to the plate. Interestingly enough, the last 3 hitters, all listed as catchers on the roster. C.J. Horn's playing in right field today. Horn steps in from the right side. 5'10", 205. And the kick and pitch, and that's skied out towards the right side. That's going to get out of play. Up into the right side stands here at X Stadium. Fan will chase that down as it falls down the stairs. Horn, there's a runner at first. It's Parrish. As San Antonio looking to chip into this lead. The kick and the pitch from Gilliam. That's outside. Count 1-1. San Antonio now 4 hits on the day, but have yet to scratch across that first run of the tournament. They fell 3-0 to the Kansas Cannons in their opener. Kick and the pitch. On the outside corner, strike 2. 88 miles an hour on that offering from Gilliam. Does his pitching at Washburn University, the Ichabods. Come set and the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's his 3rd strikeout since coming into this game. And that's going to bring to the plate Randy Huerta, the 3rd baseman. Huerta, the 6 foot, 195 pound 3rd baseman from New Braunfels, Texas. The pitch, off speed at 81 miles an hour and right over the heart of the plate, strike 1. Gilliam has really settled in here. Did allow the single early in the inning to Parrish, who sits down at first. Just outside, 1-1. He sandwiched 2 strikeouts around the base hit by Colton Parrish. Gilliam the set, and now the 1-1 offering. That catches the outside corner at 92. And he's now ahead in the count 1-2. Horn 0 for 7 so far in the NBC tourney. He'll foul that one off to stay alive at 1-2. If Huerta can get on, Evan Perez waits in the on-deck circle. Gilliam looking to work around the 1-out base hit. Kick and the pitch. A little high, count now even at 2-2. San Antonio trails 3-0 to the Colorado Cyclones, and the pitch. Fouled away, and we'll do it again. There was a lefty throwing in the Angels bullpen between innings. It was Jackson Phillip from Bourne, Texas, plays at Paris Junior College. We'll see if he comes on to start the 7th. The pitch, swing and a miss on the offside pitch, and he strikes out the side around a hit. 3-0 the Cyclones lead as we head to the 7th. You're listening to the NBC World Series live stream presented by Park City, Kansas. Visit Park City's website at parkcityks.com.
Neck pain, back pain, all kinds of sprains. If your knee replacement aches when it starts to rain, at Advanced Physical Therapy, we treat that. At Advanced Physical Therapy, we treat that. Concussions, arthritis, carpal tunnel, tooth, fibromyalgia, Parkinson's, we've got the treatment for you. At Advanced Physical Therapy, we treat that. At Advanced Physical Therapy, we treat that. One-on-one sessions with a personal touch. Ask our thousands of patients why they love us so much. At Advanced Physical Therapy, we treat that. At Advanced Physical Therapy, we treat that.
We're back here in Wichita where they'll send out Nicholas Hamill for the top of the 7th inning. Hamill on the day. 6 innings pitched, 7 hits, 3 runs, all of them earned. 2 walks and 3 strikeouts. He'll face the 9, 1, and 2 hitters in this Colorado Cyclones lineup. So that'll bring up Colton Chase to lead off the inning. And the first pitch is high, ball 1. The teams for game 2 arriving out in the left field bullpen. That'll be the Seattle Studs and the Texas Express. Hamill gets that one across for strike 1. Wind and the pitch. Fouled back, 1-2. Hamill looking to keep this lead at 3 and give his team a chance against the Cyclone bullpen. The Cyclone bullpen has been fantastic so far. And the pitch. Low evens it up at 2-2. The 2-2 delivery, swing and a miss. He got him on the off-speed pitch. And that's 1 down here in the top of the 7th, but that'll bring Kennedy Badgett to the plate. Badgett is having a great day at the dish, 3 for 3. Kick and the pitch, that's in there for strike 1. Kennedy Badgett, Arvada, Colorado, West Texas A&M University. From the Lone Star Conference in Division II. Kick and the pitch. That's high, and we're even at 1-1. Badgett 3 for 3 on the day, now 4 for 8 in the NBC tournament. That's an even 500, and he shoots that one out to center field. Looks like it's playable, though, and it is. Center fielder Seth Morrow makes the catch, and there are 2 away. Now we'll see Jake Hayes. Hayes 0 for 3 today. Now 3 for 8 in the tournament. He's up there from the left side with 2 outs against Hamels. 3-0 the Cyclones lead. We're in the 7th. And the pitch. Low and inside, ball 1. Hamill trying to get an even 7 for his squad. He's over 100 pitches at this point. That one on the outside corner. We're even up 1-1. The kick and the pitch. Low and inside, ball 2. A chance this is the last batter for Hamill either way. but you'd like to get the out. And the pitch towards the second baseman. He scoops down. He's got it. Over to first, and that'll end the inning. 1-2-3. It's 3-0 Colorado as we head to the bottom of the seventh. You're listening to the NBC World Series live stream presented by Park City, Kansas. Visit Park City's website at parkcityks.com.
The Kansas Humane Society is a community resource for pets and people, dedicated to enhancing the welfare of all companion animals. We offer an array of services that promote the human and animal bond, including pet adoption, dog training, behavior consultation, pet supplies, outreach, spay and neuter, end-of-life services, field trips, and community outreach.
It's 3-1 Colorado Cyclones here at the 85th annual NBC World Series. For the first year being played here at Tyler Field and X Stadium as they construct a new stadium across town. And the hitter will be Evan Perez as he fouls off the first offering from Gilliam. Gilliam starts his third inning of relief. Almost makes you wonder if this was a dedicated split by the coach. As the wind and the pitch just misses the outside corner, 1-1. Wichita, of course, soon to be the home of a AAA ball club. New stadium construction going on downtown. That misses. Ball 2. The kick and the pitch, Gilliam. Fastball in there at 89, and that's fouled off. And that'll get up out of the stadium, and that might be in the parking lot there down the right field line. A couple people get up, check and make sure that's not their car. Kick and the pitch. That is high. For ball 3, count goes full. Gilliam to Perez. Perez 0 for 1. This is his first game of the NBC tournament. Kick and the pitch. That one's towards first base. First baseman up with it. He'll flip it across to his pitcher, Gilliam, who covers the bag for out number 1. It's going to bring up number 28, Cash Ballantyne, the left fielder in today's game. Ballantyne, a native of Red Oak, Oklahoma, where he plays at Carl Albert Junior College. He'll step in from the left side against Gilliam. Gilliam's allowed just one hit here in relief. And the pitch. Outside, ball 1. Gilliam already with 4 strikeouts here in his relief effort. That pitch is low and inside, and it's 2-0. Correction, he's now allowed 2 hits since coming on in the 5th inning. He'll go from the full windup and the pitch. A little inside, and the hitter jumps ahead 3-0 on Gilliam. Ballantyne at the plate. 0 for 2 today in his first appearance in the tournament. Gilliam comes set, and that's ball 4. So Ballantyne will head down to first, then a base runner for the Angels, who trail here 3-0 in the bottom of the 7th inning. That's going to draw a visit to the mound. There is a lefty warming in the pen. No signal just yet. I believe, if my eyes don't deceive me, well, that's potentially number 20, Jack Radford from Lakewood, Colorado, but Gilliam will stay in. He's been fairly effective since coming on in the 5th. And Jack Wisniewski comes to the plate. He's 1 for 3 today, now 1 for 6 in the tournament. Time gets low on the pitch clock, but everybody's set. And the pitch, outside, ball 1. So 5 straight balls here from Gilliam. The coach was out there to talk to him, see if he can get back on track. The kick and the pitch lines out, and that might get to the gap. A run by the center fielder, and he'll make the play. A nice play there by center fielder Matt Burkhart. And now 2 outs in the inning. Really gave that thing a ride, but the center fielder was able to track it down. And now we'll see Ellery Rivera up there from the right side, runner on first. He got there via the walk. Pitcher in the bullpen tips his cap to the dugout. International signal for I'm ready. Kick and the pitch for Gilliam. That's lined back towards center, and that's going to drop in for a hit. So all of a sudden, runners at first and second for the center fielder, Seth Morrow. 2 down. The Angels have threatened a couple times. They had runners on second and third in the first, but have yet to get that first run home. Morrow 1 for 3 today. The Cyclones look like they'll stick with Gilliam. 2 outs here. We're in the bottom of the 7th. 3-0. Colorado leads. And that's skied on the infield. A lot of people looking. And what a play by Kennedy Badgett. He probably saved a base hit there, because if that thing gets down, it looked like it was going to come down fair. We'll talk about it a little more when we come back. You're listening to the NBC World Series live stream presented by Park City, Kansas. Visit Park City's website at parkcityks.com.
I'm Terry Bradshaw. Like many of you, I took the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge back in 2014. My man Pat Quinn here, well, he's one of the founders.
Thanks to all of you who took the challenge.
ALS is a nasty disease with no cure. It robs a person of their ability to walk, talk, and breathe. Since the Ice Bucket Challenge, we've discovered new ALS genes and potential treatments. If we can cure ALS, we can cure anything. Please join me and Pat in the fight against ALS.
Welcome back to Wichita, Kansas. Tyler Field X Stadium. A new pitcher for San Antonio. It's the lefty, number 15, Jackson Phillip from Bourne, Texas. Plays his college ball at Paris Junior College. 6'3", 175 for the left-hander. Going back to that catch by Badgett, really saved the inning. That ball looked like it was heading for fair territory. So if Badgett doesn't make the catch, you've likely got the bases loaded for the cleanup hitter Wilkinson, but instead he makes a diving, falling down play to end the inning. Leading off this inning for the Cyclones, it's going to be Matt Burkett, the center fielder who made a great play in the last inning. To help keep San Antonio off the board, he'll face the lefty who's in the game to face his first hitter. Phillips, the kick and the pitch from the left side just misses on the outside corner at 85. Burkhart is now 3 for 7 in the tournament. And a base hit his last time up as part of the 2-run 5th inning. The first 2 pitches from Phillips don't find the plate. His third one, an offering, but did he go? No. And it's 3-0. Cyclones looking to pick up a little bit of insurance as we head into the late innings. We're in the top of the 8th. The sun has now fully come out here at X Stadium, and he walks ball 4. So a leadoff base runner for the Cyclones on a 4-pitch walk by Jackson Phillips. That's going to bring to the plate Jason Ajamian. Runner down at first is Burkhart, on for the second time today. Kick and the pitch. Outside, ball 1. So 5 straight balls to start things off here for Phillips. Jamian, now 1 for 3 in today's game. He takes that inside, strike 1. He's 3 for 7 now in the tournament. And he's driven in 3 runs. That's outside for ball 2. Jamian had 2 RBI in the game against the Gold Panthers, and he's got 1 here today against the Angels. The pitch, it's a fly ball into the deep part of the ballpark. It'll bounce down in the gap. Running around is Burkhart. He's going to come around and score, and at second with a double will be Jason Ajamian. And that's run number 4 for the Cyclones. As Dakota Popham comes to the plate, a runner at second now, that's Ajamian. Ajamian now 4 for 8 in the tournament, and he's driven in 4 runs. Really doing a great job in that number 4 hole for Coach J.L. Buchanan. So stepping in is Popham. Popham 2 for 4. Sorry, correction. Popham is 1 for 3 today. He's now 2 for 8 in the World Series. And the pitch. Off-speed pitch at 74 in there for a strike. So a walk and then a double lead to the 4th run of the game for the Colorado Cyclones. They lead 4-0. We're here in the top of the 8th in Wichita. Kick and the pitch from Phillips. Swing and a miss for Popham. And he's ahead 1-2. Phillips trying to keep this lead at just 4. San Antonio Angels have struggled to find that first run in this tournament. That's outside, and the count even 2-2. Popham at the plate. He's 1 for 3 today. Kick and the pitch. Fouled straight back. We'll do it again at 2-2. Cyclones looking to add to a 4-0 lead, top of the 8th inning. Oh, he went around. Well, they appeal, and they say no, he didn't. So 3-2 now. To Popham. The count full, a runner at second. That's Jason Ajamian, who doubled to put his team up 4-0. He's driven in 2 in this game, fouled straight back, and it stays full. Cyclones 4 runs, 8 hits, no errors. The Angels, no runs on 5 hits and no errors. A great combined pitching performance so far from Darren Cook and Gilliam, who came in relief after 4. That's fouled back. And we'll do it again. Brock Gilliam came in the 5th inning in relief of Darren Cook. And a lefty warming in the pen for the Cyclones. Potentially see him in the bottom of the 8th. And Phillips comes set. Fouled away, and he spoils it again, 3-2. This will be the 10th pitch of the at-bat. So really a strong at-bat for Popham. Making the lefty work hard. Phillips is set. And the 3-2. Line past the shortstop for a base hit. They will hold a Jamie in at second. And runners on the corner with nobody out here in the top of the 8th inning. That's going to bring Gavin Gifford to the plate, the designated hitter. Gifford got the scoring started for his team with a double way back in the 4th inning. And looks like we'll have the coach come and visit the mound. Gifford hit a double into the gap in the 4th inning. That was his first hit of the NBC World Series. He's now 1 for 7. But that hit was an important one as it put the Cyclones on the board. And now they lead 4-0 with nobody out here in the top of the 8th. And runners on the corner. And the San Antonio Angels will go to the bullpen, and they're going to bring out the 5'10", 140-pound right-hander Jacob Morin. Morin from New Braunfels, Texas. Plays his college ball at Cisco Junior College. Righty, out there warming up. Let's tell you how we got here. 4 runs scored in this one for the Cyclones. In the 4th inning, Gavin Gifford had a double to center field that scored Dakota Popham. That got him on the board 1-0. In the 5th, Matt Burkhardt singled to left field. That drove home Quinn Tomasino, and it was a 2-0 lead. That was followed by Jason Ajamian picking up his first RBI of the game with a single to center. Kennedy Badgett, who was 3 for 4 on the day, scored that one. And then here in the 8th, Ajamian strikes again, this time with a double into left center field that scored Matt Burkhardt. He's now at third. Over at first base is Dakota Popham. Popham singled through the left side to get down to first. So the Cyclones threatening again here in the 8th. They lead 4-0, 4 runs on 9 hits, no runs on 5 hits for San Antonio. You've got the Centex League facing off against the Mile High Baseball League. One of the great things here in the NBC tournament, getting to see some teams face off that would never get the chance to play one another otherwise. And so now Gavin Gifford steps to the plate. Gifford, 1 for 3 with an RBI in this one. He steps in against the righty, who is throwing his first pitch. That's low at 83 for ball one. Jacob Morin, the new pitcher, in case you missed it, for San Antonio. The hitter is the designated hitter, Gavin Gifford. The pitch just off the outside edge, and it's 2-0. Morin on relief, in relief of Jackson Phillips, who is responsible for the runners at first and third. Quick throw over to first, bounces off the hitter. Coming down the line just a little bit was a Jamian, and then he realized it didn't get too far from the first baseman. Well, that bounce looks like it bounced off the back of the helmet, maybe, if not the back of the cleat of Dakota Popham. Gifford stands back in, 2-0 the count. Kick and the pitch. Down the first base line, but foul. And now it's 1-2. That gets up into the San Antonio dugout. We're here in the 1 o'clock game of the NBC World Series. Coming up at 3:30, it'll be the Seattle Studs and the Texas Express. The kick and the pitch. Liner back through the middle, and that's a base hit for Gifford. He'll have his second RBI of the day. And Reynolds will move over to first and second. He's 2 for 4 now with 2 driven in. So both Giffords and a Jamian coming through with multiple RBI games. So nobody down, and it's 5-0 now. Colorado Cyclones. Stepping in, the left fielder, Wyatt Featherston. And the pitch from Morin. Bunts it in front of the plate. It'll bounce. He'll look to third and throw it past the third baseman and into left field. So a run's going to come home on that throwing error, and digging for home is Giffords. He'll come home and over to third, and in safely is Featherston. So no RBI for Featherston. But 2 runs do come home as he tried to lay it down and move up the runners. Morin stepped off the mound and threw to third. Got it past the third baseman. And so now Quinn Tomasino comes to the plate. Inside pitch, they say he went around, strike one. So the lead is now 7-0 to the Cyclones. And they'll look to add to that here. The pitch by Morin outside, and it's 1-1. Still nobody out here. And 4 runs in here. And the 1-1 to Tomasino. That's skied on the infield. First baseman says he has it on the right side, and he does. In foul territory, Perez will make the catch, and there's one away. So now the question being, are those runs going to be earned at third base? Well, we'll have to reconstruct the inning and find out, but likely they will go down as unearned runs on the first error of the game. But we shall see as Colton Chase steps to the plate. That one's fouled straight back over the netting here. Seven runs on 10 hits for Colorado. For San Antonio, no runs, 5 hits. Morin will bring the 0-1 to Chase. That's across the inside part of the plate, strike 2. Morin, the wind and the pitch, swing and a miss, and he strikes him out for out number 2. So now with 2 outs, those runs will become unearned. And the pitch. In there, strike 1. Line in the pitch, liner into right field, and it'll get down for a base hit, and that'll score the run. So over to first base is Kennedy Badgett. Badgett having a fantastic day at the plate. He's now 4 for 5, and he's driven in his first run. That'll bring Jake Hayes to the plate. So you got Badgett 4 for 5 with an RBI. You've got a Jamian 2 for 4 with 2 runs driven in. Gifford 2 for 4. He's also driven in 2. That one is outside, ball 1. Outside, ball 2 from Moore, and we're here in the 8th inning. NBC tournament here in Wichita, Kansas. Colorado Cyclones lead the San Antonio Angels by a score of 8-0. Morin kicks and delivers. Swing and fouled back. Count now 2-1. 5 of the Colorado runs have come here in this top of the 8th inning. Really broken things open. Not helped out by an error earlier in the inning. The kick and the pitch. Over towards first. First baseman has it. He'll flip it to the pitcher, and that'll end the inning. But it's now 8-0 Colorado as we head to the bottom of the 8th. You're listening to the NBC World Series live stream presented by Park City, Kansas. Visit Park City's website at parkcityks.com.
Man, this is serious business. You gotta have an appetite for this kind of thing. You gotta have a hunger to succeed.
Side effects may include hilarity, laughter, smiles, childlike behavior, lots of good feelings, and making of a lifelong friend.
Mentoring. It's easier than you think and serious fun. Change the game.
A new pitcher for the Colorado Cyclones as we come back here to Tyler Field at X Stadium in Wichita, Kansas. That new pitcher is number 20, Jack Radford. A lefty from Lakewood, Colorado, 6'5", 205. He goes to South Mountain Community College. I think my math is right here. San Antonio needs to get a run to keep this game alive. I believe the run rule is 8 after 7. In the inning, it'll be the 4, 5, and 6 hitters. Garrett Wilkinson, Colton Parrish, and C.J. Horn. They'll face the new pitcher, Radford. Your line score for the day, 8 runs, 11 hits for the Colorado Cyclones, no errors. No runs, 5 hits, and 1 error for San Antonio. This will be the 3rd pitcher of the day for the Cyclones. Darren Cook went 4 innings, allowing 2 hits. No runs, none earned. 3 walks, 4 strikeouts. Brock Gillian then came on and pitched the next 3. He allowed 3 hits, 1 walk while striking out 4. Looks like going back to that last inning, correct. 3 of those runs go as unearned. So, 8 runs for the Cyclones, but only 5 of them earned. And that's going to bring to the plate Garrett Wilkinson. Wilkinson will lead off the inning here as his team needs a run. Looks like if we get very deep, we're going to see a pinch hitter. But he'll be followed by the catcher, Colton Parrish. Wilkinson steps in from the right side against the new pitcher, Radford. Radford kicks and delivers. Just misses ball one. San Antonio, 5 hits in this one. Wilkinson's got 1 of them. Kick and the pitch. It's fouled off to the right side. It'll hit the netting and bounce into the San Antonio dugout. A 5-run 8th inning for the Cyclones has put them on top 8-0 as they look to pick up that first win in the tournament. Of course, getting that first win gives you a chance to make it out of pool play into the single elimination tournament. That bounces at the plate. It's 2-1. Again, the top 3 out of each pool are going to head into the single elimination bracket play. So this one an important one today for both teams. But still a chance for a 1 and 2 team to move on. And the pitch. That's a little inside, and now it's 3-1. You'd like to get that leadoff guy on if you're San Antonio. Needing a run here in the bottom of the 8th inning. And the 3-1 to Wilkinson. That misses inside, ball 4, and a base runner they will get. So a man down at first, nobody out here in the bottom of the 8th inning, and that's going to bring up Colton Parrish. Parrish 1 for 3 today. He is now 2 for 7 in the tournament. Parrish plays at Texas Christian University. Kick and the pitch from Radford. Inside, ball 1. A nice scoop there by Badgett to keep it from getting past him. A pinch hitter in the on-deck circle for San Antonio. It's number 44, Jordan Billups. Billups, the 6', 200-pound righty, plays his baseball at Marshall. A little bit outside, 2-0, and looks like there's now going to be some work being done in the Colorado bullpen. Badgett's going to go out to talk to his pitcher, struggling to find the plate here early. Righty throwing in the pin for the Cyclones. Looks like potentially number 32, Dalton Lewis, out there getting warm in the pin. And the lefty brings home. Swing and a miss. That's strike 1. Down at first base is Garrett Wilkinson. At the plate, it's Colton Parrish. San Antonio trails 8-0 in the ballgame. Radford comes set and the pitch. Skied out towards left field. Giving chase is the left fielder, and he is going to get there to record out number 1. Nice play running over toward the line by Wyatt Featherston. And 1 down here in the bottom of the 8th. So that'll bring to the plate for the first time, as we said, Jordan Billups, San Antonio, Texas native. A junior at Marshall. He'll step in there from the right side. He replaces C.J. Horn, who had played most of the game in right field. So Billups steps in from the right side. The kick and the pitch from Radford, and that's going to be a bouncer towards second. Second baseman has it. He flips to second, over to first for the double play. And that'll end the ball game as the Cyclones defeat the Angels 8-0 to get their first win here in the NBC tournament. Thank you so much for listening to the NBC World Series live stream presented by Park City, Kansas. Visit Park City's website at parkcityks.com.